So do you have any perspective on how you work with TAs to achieve your goals around assessment?
I think it's difficult if you're in a position where you have to get a bunch of new people on board at the same time that things are changing. And I think that happens a lot right now coming into the fall. So my only advice for that is if you are getting more TA support, because I think a lot of people hopefully are, at least, if you're going to be changing your types of assessments, that you really do need to have that discussion with your TAs about why things are changing and what their role really is and how important it is to do it consistently and well and keep that open communication with you.
So I would normally meet with my TAs in my office. I would ask them to mark, depending on big, I had 9 TAs that I was working with last year. This coming year, I'm gonna have 17 TAs. Over the summer, we have 16 TAs, so it's a big team. And I usually have about 8 of them specializing in, or doing marking as well as other stuff. And so in the normal times, I would ask them to mark 10, 15 papers that we select totally at random. They specialize in a question. So one TA might do question 1A and 1B, another TA will do, question 2A or whatever. So so we have the consistency across the marking. And normally I would ask them to mark those papers. I would mark those papers myself independently, and then we would meet for a benchmarking session and kind of go over, okay, well, you gave them a 12 out of 15, and I gave them a 14 out of 15, and I have rubrics and solutions for them. And that's really been insightful because it's a deep dive into a random sample of papers. I really get to see what the students are answering, and I also get to educate especially new TAs as to how I expect marking to get done. In some cases, alternative answers that maybe we didn't anticipate that may or may not be correct. So I find that really valuable. And the only change once we went online is that rather than have them physically come to my office, we had an MS Teams meeting and we did it virtually. And actually that was super efficient. We were able to do those benchmarking sessions pretty much the way that they'd always been because it was always screen-based anyway. And so that was great. And I plan on continuing to do that